The vast Texas landscape stretches endlessly. A barbed wire fence cuts through the frame. Beyond it, dust devils dance across brown fields. The sun beats down mercilessly. Narrator VO, Texas, 1944. While battles raged across the Pacific, a different kind of war was being fought here. One of cultural collision, survival, and unexpected humanity. Through dusty windows, Japanese women and children peer out at the unfamiliar landscape. Among them, Kimiko, 35. Her daughters Mari, 12, and Yuki, 8. And Sachiko, 28. A Japanese language teacher from California. Mari in Japanese, subtitled, "Okasan, where are the mountains?" Kimiko, placing a hand on her daughter's shoulder. "This is America, Mari. A different America than we knew." The train slows. Through the window, they catch their first glimpse of something extraordinary. A group of lumberjacks, massive men with beards and flannel shirts, hauling timber with ease. Yuki, eyes wide, "Okasan. Look at those men. They're giants." Sachiko, to herself, in English, "I've read about the American frontier, but seeing it, the internees are processed." In the distance, cowboys on horseback ride across the horizon, herding cattle. Their silhouettes against the setting sun look like something from a movie. Narrator VO, Crystal City was the largest family internment camp operated by the Immigration and Naturalization Service. By December 1944, it would hold over 3,300 internees, 2/3 of Japanese descent. But unlike the West Coast camps, this one sat in the heart of cowboy country. Elderly Japanese woman, pointing, speaking Japanese, "Are those the cowboys? From the Western films?" Camp guard friendly, trying to communicate. "Yes, ma'am. Real Texas cowboys. They work the ranches around here." Mari Tanaka, now 92, sitting in a comfortable chair, photos spread before her. Mari, elderly, "We had never seen anything like it. In Los Angeles, we knew cities, shops, the ocean. But Texas, it was like landing on another planet. The men were so tall, so different from anyone we'd ever known." Touches one photo. And the lumberjacks, they would come near the camp sometimes, working on construction projects. We children would watch them, fascinated. They could lift entire logs by themselves. A group of internees work in a communal garden. A lumberjack crew works nearby on camp expansion, building new barracks. The massive men swing axes with practiced precision. Young Japanese boy, to his friend, in English, "Look how strong they are." One lumberjack, 30s, red beard, kind eyes, notices the boys watching. He grins, makes an exaggerated flexing gesture. The boys giggle. Sachiko, to Kimiko, working beside her. "The guards say these men came from lumber camps in Oregon and Washington. Some worked with Japanese immigrants there, before the war." Kimiko, sadly a different time. Mari and Yuki stand at the fence, watching cowboys drive cattle past the camp. One cowboy, 40s, withered face, Mexican-American, notices them. He tips his hat, a gesture of respect that surprises everyone. Cowboy, in Spanish accented English, "Evening, senoritas." He continues on, but the simple acknowledgement of their humanity brings tears to Kimiko's eyes, watching from nearby. Historian, Dr. Elena Rodriguez. What's often overlooked is that South Texas had its own complex relationship with ethnic identity. Many Mexican-American cowboys had experienced discrimination themselves. Some showed surprising compassion toward the internees. The lumberjacks, too. Many came from Pacific Northwest camps, where they'd worked alongside Japanese immigrants for decades. They knew these weren't enemy combatants. They were families. Through the fence, lumberjacks on break share lunch. On the other side, Japanese families picnic. A child's ball rolls under the fence toward the workers. Lumberjack number 1, picking up the ball. "Hey there, little one." He tosses it back gently. The child waves. An elderly Japanese man bows, slightly in thanks. The lumberjack awkwardly attempts to bow back. Then they both laugh. The camp pool is segregated by nationality, as required by Geneva Convention. Japanese children splash in one section during their designated time. Narrator VO. The camp had amenities that surprised many internees. A swimming pool, schools, even baseball fields. The internment was unjust, but camp administrators tried to maintain some dignity within an impossible situation. In the background, a crew of lumberjacks and cowboys work on expanding camp facilities. They occasionally glance at the families, some with obvious discomfort at the situation. Mari elderly, emotional. I remember one day, it must have been September 44, we were at the pool, and one of the cowboys, I think his name was Miguel, he rode by and saw us children playing, and he just stopped, sat on his horse for the longest time, watching us laugh and splash. Pause. When he rode away, I saw him wipe his face. Dust maybe, or maybe not. You see, they saw us as we really were. Not enemies. Just families. Just children. Buses line up at the camp gate. Families board. Some destined for repatriation to Japan as part of prisoner exchanges. Sachiko to Kamiko, both in tears. I'm being sent to a country I've never seen. To go home, to a place that isn't my home. In the background, some of the regular workers, lumberjacks and cowboys, watch the departure. One elderly cowboy removes his hat, holds it to his chest. The camera pans across the vast Texas landscape, now peaceful and empty of conflict. Narrator VO, the Crystal City Camp closed in 1948. Most internees were eventually released or repatriated. Some never saw America again. Others, like Mari, returned to build new lives in California. But something unexpected happened in that Texas camp. Humanity persisted where policy had tried to deny it. In the faces of lumberjacks and cowboys, Japanese internees saw Americans who weren't afraid of them, weren't filled with wartime hatred, just working men, trying to understand an incomprehensible situation. Mari elderly, people always ask me if I hate America, for what happened. And I tell them, I hate what was done to us. The injustice, the fear that made good people do wrong things. Smiles softly. But I can't hate those cowboys, those lumberjacks. They didn't make the policy. They just worked near us, lived near us. And in small ways, a tipped hat, a tossed ball, a kind word, they reminded us we were still human. That's what I remember most about Texas, 1944. Not the barbed wire, the humanity that survived it. Over archival photos of Crystal City Internment Camp, lumberjacks at work in Texas, and cowboys on the range. By 1945, Crystal City held over 3,300 internees. While the internment of Japanese Americans remains one of America's darkest chapters, the small acts of kindness from ordinary Americans remind us that compassion can persist even in unjust systems. This film is dedicated to all who suffered internment, and to those who chose humanity over hatred.